The Armarna letters, circa 1350 to 1330 BC. Letters from Canaanite vassals. A letter from Abdi-Ashera to Amenhotep III. To my lord, my king, my gods, my son, this is said. Abdi-Ashera, thy servant, the dust of thy feet, at the feet of my lord, my king, my gods, my son, 7 times and 7 times more, I fall down. Behold, I am thy servant, true to my lord, my king. I took on one side, and I took on the other side, and there is no light, but I look on my lord, my king, and there is light. A brick may move away from under the coping, but I shall not move from under the feet of my master. Let now my lord, my king, inquire about me of Yankama, his agent. When I was young, Yankama took me to Egypt, and placed me with my lord, my king, and I dwelt at the door of my lord, my king. Let my lord, my king, ask his agent, if I do not guard the gate of Gezer, and the gate of Joppa. As for me, I am with the auxiliaries of my lord, my king. Wherever they go, I go with them. And so I am with them now. The yoke of my lord is on my neck, and I bear it. A letter from Abdi-milu of Tyre. To the king, my lord, my god, my son. Message of Abdi-milu, your servant. I fall at the feet of my king, my lord, 7 times and 7 times. I am the dirt under the sandals of my king, my lord. My lord is the sun, who comes forth over all lands, day by day, according to the way of being, the sun, his gracious father, who gives life by his sweet breath and returns with his north wind, who establishes the entire land in peace, by the power of his arm. Hapsi, who gives forth his cry in the sky like Baal, and all the land is frightened at his cry. The servant herewith writes to his lord that he heard the gracious messenger of the kind who came to his servant, and the sweet breath that came forth from the mouth of the king, my lord, to his servant, his breath came back. Before the arrival of the messenger of the king, my lord, breath had not come back, my nose was blocked. Now the breath of the king has come forth to me, I am very happy, and he is satisfied, day by day, because I am happy. Does the earth not prosper? When I heard that the gracious messenger from my lord, all the land was in fear of my lord. When I heard the sweet breath and the gracious messenger who came to me, when the king my lord said, Prepare, before the arrival of a large army, when the servant said to his lord, Yes, yes, yes. On my front and on my back I carry the word of the king, my lord. Whoever gives heed to the king, his lord, and serves him in his place, the sun comes forth over him, and his sweet breath comes back from the mouth of his lord. If he does not heed the word of the king, his lord, his city is destroyed. Never again does his name exist in all the land. But look at the servant who gives heed to his lord. His city prospers, his house prospers, his name exists forever. You are the sun who comes forth over me, and a brazen wall set up for him, and because of the powerful arm, I am at rest, I am confident. I indeed said to the sun, the father of the king, my lord, When shall I see the face of my king, my lord? I am indeed guarding Tyre, the principal city for the king, my lord, until the powerful arm of the king comes forth over me, to give me water to drink and wood to warm myself. Moreover, Zimreda, the king of Sidon, writes daily to the rebel Arizu, the son of Abdi-Ashera, about every word he has heard of from Egypt. I herewith write to my lord, and it is good that he knows. Letters by Rib-Addi of Byblos. Rib-Addi spoke to his lord, the king of lands. May the mistress of Gubla grant power to my lord. At the feet of my lord, my son, I fall down 7 times and 7 times. Let the king, my lord, know that Gubla, your handmaid from ancient times, is well. However, the war of the Apiru against me is severe. Our sons and daughters are gone, as well as the furnishings of the houses, because they have been sold in Yaramita to keep us alive. My field is a wife without a husband. lacking in cultivation. I have repeatedly written to the palace regarding the distress afflicting me, but no one has paid attention to the words that keep arriving. Let the king heed the words of his servant. Lacuna. They, Lacuna, all the lands of the king, my lord, Aduna, the king of Iqata, mercenaries have killed, and there is no one who has said anything to Abdi-Ashera, although you knew about it. Maya, the ruler of Arashni, has taken Ardata, and behold now, the people of Amia have killed their lord, so I am frightened. Let the king, my lord, know that the king of Hatti has overcome all the land that belonged to the king of Mitanni, or the king of Nama. The land of the great kings, Abdi-Ashera, the slave, the dog, has gone with him. Send archers. The hostility towards me is great, Lacuna. And send a man to the city of Lacuna. I will his words. Rib-Addi sends to his lord, the king of the world, the great king, the king of the universe, whom the divine lady of Gebal has alone known, to the king, my lord, at the feet of my lord, my sun god, 7 times 7 I prostrate myself. This year certain men came into the presence of the king, who is like the god Asher and the sun god in heaven. Have come, they have reported to him. The sons of Abdi-Ashera, according to their desires, have taken 2 horses of the king and chariots, and the men whom he sent have given them, and the Yavana is on a mission to the country of Tyre for 8 days, doing this deed in it. But they speak words of accusation before the king, the sun god. I am thy faithful servant, and the news which the king knows and hears I have sent to the king my lord. But they are dogs, and have gone into the presence of the household troops of the king, the sun god. I sent messages to thy father, and he listened to his servant, and the father dispatched the household troops. The country was not taken by Abdi-Ashera for himself, it was the property of the governors. Since I fought before them against him, and they were always strong, and the Mysians brought forth straw of barley always, did they not despise the officer, since I collected horses and was strong before them, since we both know that strength and existence belong to a strong king? As yet they have not marched up country, since I have dispatched 2 men, messengers, to the city of Zemar, and also the leader of all the men, this one, here present, to bring back word to the king of each one thing, as much as they have heard. 2 men by night have carried it, and by night they have brought it back, even the messengers of the king from the presence of the dogs. If the heart of the king, the sun god, at this time they have engaged, this year shall I dwell in my city, in thy heart and in the horses and the men. The Bedouin are marching away from the city of Zemar, and I defend the city, and I have not given it up. And the king will hear the words of his servant, and will send 10 men of the country of Meluka, and 10 men of the country of Egypt, to defend the city for the king, the sun god, the lord of thy faithful servant. Rib-Addi sends to his lord, the great king, the king of the universe, to whom the divine lady of Gebal has given strength, to the king my lord, at the feet of my lord, my sun god, 7 times 7 I prostrate myself. Still the king my lord says, For what reason art thou sending him to me? Behold me, there is no governor in my service for the city of Zemar, and still the face of every one is towards me, and the 2 men from Egypt whom I send to Pharaoh. There is no going forth, there is no sending to the king, there is no man who will carry my letter to Pharaoh. Now these 2 men will carry a letter to the king, but I myself go not forth. Always I am afraid, and I turn my face to the king my lord. I send thy lord, since he will go up, I will send on the days, and I send to Pharaoh, and he will send and will cause soldiers to come. The officer has not taken Abdi-Ashera, along with his property, according to my orders. Word of accusation do I send to my lord, and thou sayest, Wherefore dost thou send words of accusation? If thou hearest my words at my mouth, I will take Aziru, like Lacuna. Behold me, strong is my king, Already this year Abdi-Ashera, the dog, reckoned the cities of the governors, of the kings, for themselves. They have smitten the cities of Aziru. They have not, lacuna, the king to their cities. They have not, lacuna, for themselves. From the city of Zemar, the city of Ulaza, the city of Sawa, their chariots, the prince, he sends the man, lacuna, soldiers, lacuna, the city of Zemar, lacuna, Aziru dispatches. I am at the gate, the men to the country of Egypt, and he sent in their hand to me. Constantly I have sent this man, but I do not send messengers to the king. Now these 2 Egyptians have come forth to complain to me, and I cannot venture out. If this year there are no household troops, then the provinces will fall to the Bedouin. But if it is the wish of the king to save them, I will send my household troops to Yankame and to Biri, saying, March along with the governors. They have occupied the country of the Amorites. In quietude they have marched through it. This I have done myself, along with Yapa-Adu, and along the Katip. And the king will send lacuna, all the property which they have taken from these men, for the king. Another man has not taken it for another. We have been successful for the king. Accordingly, the king will send a horse to his servant, and I shall defend the city of the king. I have nothing at all whatsoever. Everything has been given away to save my life. And as for this messenger, the king shall send him in all haste, and shall furnish guards to defend his faithful servant and the city, and shall furnish the men of Meluka, along with them like the god Z of thy fathers. A man of Yarimuta, at the gate I stand. A lacuna. I send to Pharaoh for the protection of the men of the country of Meluka. But thou dost not hear. Yet why is the king constantly sending the men of the guard from the country of Meluka to its defence? They have not surrendered the city to the Bedouin. Rib-Addi says to the king of the world, the great king, the king of the universe, to whom the divine lady of Gebal has given strength, to the king my lord, at the feet of my lord, my sun god, 7 times 7 I prostrate myself. Verily, let the king my lord know that strong is the hostility of Abdi-Ashera against me. Now the city which contended against me he has taken. Again, what about Abdi-Ashera the dog? He has come against all the cities of the king, the sun god. Word to the king of the country of Mitana, and the king of the country of Kaseh, he has sent since he has lacuna, and he has collected all the Bedouin against the city of Sigata, and the city of Ambi, and he has also taken the territory of this city, and there is no place which the Bedouin have not entered. Make war against him, seize lacuna, send me 400 men, lacuna, horses, lacuna, send the household troops to look after the dogs, and gratuitously again there have been handed over the country of the king and the city of Zemar, the city of your guard, to the Bedouin, and thou refrainest from sending the household troops and an officer, yet so thou wilt destroy the enemies of the king from all his country, and all the provinces will be attached to the king. Accordingly, do not thou, O great lord, hold aloof from this message. To Caiapa, Rib-Addi speaks. At thy feet I fall, O Amon, the god who is supreme. Thou knowest thy light is in the countenance of the king my lord, of whom, behold, thou art a dog. The king knows it, and in thine own person the king has sent thee a commissioner. Wherefore dost thou delay, and dost not speak to the king, so that he may send troops, that they may march to the city of Zemar? What is Abdi-Ashera, the servant, the dog? Yet he has taken the country of the king himself. What is his origin? Yet he is strong enough among the Bedouin. Strong is his power, and he has dispatched 50 convoys of horses and 200 foot soldiers, and they are stationed in the city of Sigata in his presence. Until the household troops appear, he will not assemble all the Bedouin. Yet he has taken the city of Sigata and the city of Ambi. To the king my lord, my sun god, speaks Rib-Addi thy servant thus: At the feet of my lord, my sun god, 7 times 7 I prostrate myself. The king, my lord, knows that Salma Salah, the son of Abdi-Ashera, has entered the city of Uzala, in order to strengthen the cities of Ardata, Yebelia, Ambi, and Sigata, all the cities for themselves, and the king has sent a force to the city of Zemar, until the king shall give counsel to his country in regards to the sons of Abdi-Ashera, the servant, the dog. The king of the country of the Kassi, and the king of the country of the Mitanni, are strong, and have taken the country of the king for themselves already, and they have seized the cities of thy governor. Yet thou delayest in granting the request of thy commissioner, and they have seized the cities for themselves. Now they have taken the city of Uzala. If therefore thou delayest until they have taken the city of Zemar, and have also slain the commissioner and the household troops which are in Zemar, what could one do? And I could not march up to Zemar the city. The cities of Ambi, Sigata, Uzala, and Arvad are hostile to me. They have plotted, even they, that they shall enter the city of Zemar, even these cities and their ships. And the sons of Abdi-Ashera are in the field, and lacuna. I have not marched up, and the city of Gebal has acted. Against the Bedouin and against the city of Arvad I march, since its lacuna has joined the Bedouin. Rib-Addi of the city of Gebal, to his lord the king of many lands, the prosperous king. Balath of Gebal, she hath given power to the king my lord. At the feet of the king my lord, my son, 7 times 7 I bow. Behold this, it will grieve me, lacuna. Our city, lacuna. My foes, lacuna. The chief, lacuna. Watches, O king, lacuna. No men of garrison were given to the king's chiefs, or preservation of the king against him, and this I say is not defended, and the king has not preserved me, and being angry, Pankura has gathered and has dispatched men of the land of Umati, Hamath. They have slain a chief servant, and 3 chiefs he has bound, without appeal to the land of Egypt, and he has made gifts seducing the city against me, and woe to the palace, she has become ungrateful. The city which was not base in old times is base to us. But the king shall hear of the message of his servant, and you shall give orders to the chiefs. Do not, lacuna. This sin they do, lacuna. My destruction. Behold now, since I shall gather to lacuna, and perchance I shall repel this. Rib-Addi says to his lord, the king of lands, the great king, the king of battle, may the lady of Gubala grant power to the kings, my lord. At the feet of my lord, the sun, I fall down 7 times and 7 times. Be informed that since Amenhotep's arrival to me, all of the Apiru have turned their face against me, and at the instigation of Abdi-Ashera. Let my lord listen to the words of his servant, and let him send me a garrison to defend the city of the king, until the archers come out. And if there are no archers, then all the lands will unite with the Apiru. Listen, since the conquest of Bit Aha, in accordance with the demand of Abdi-Ashera, they seek in the same way to unite Gubla and Batruna, and thus all the lands would be united with the Apiru. 2 cities remain with me, and they are also attempting to take them from the king's hand. Let my lord send a garrison to his 2 cities until the arrival of the archers, and give me something to feed them. I have nothing. Like a bird that lies in a net, so I am in Gubla. Furthermore, if the king is not able to rescue me from the hand of his enemy, then all the lands will unite with Abdi-Ashera. What is he, the dog, that takes from the king's lands for himself? Rib-Addi speaks to the king, his lord, the son of all countries. I have prostrated myself 7 times, and 7 times at the feet of the king, my lord. I have written repeatedly in order to obtain troops, but have not received them, and the king, my lord, has not listened to the words of his servant. I have sent my messenger to the palace, and he has returned with empty hands. There were troops for him. When the people of my house saw that no money had been given, they reproached me, the governors, my brothers, and they despised me. On the other hand, I set out for Hamaneri, and in the meantime, a brother of mine, younger than me, conspired against me at Gubla to deliver the city to the sons of Abdi-Ashera. When my brother saw that my messenger had returned empty-handed, and that there were no occupation troops with him, he despised me, and thus he committed a crime, and he expelled me from the city. May the king, my lord, not hold back before the actions of this dog. Now I cannot enter the land of Mitzru, and I am old, and I suffer of a serious disease in my own flesh. May the king, my lord, know that the gods of Gubla are angered, and the disease has become chronic, although I have confessed my sin to the gods. Therefore I have not appeared before the king, my lord. Now then, I have sent my son, servant of the king, my lord, to the king, my lord. May the king, my lord, listen to these words of his servant, and may the king, my lord, give troops of archers to conquer the city of Gubla, in order that enemy troops may not enter her, nor the sons of Abdi-Ashera, and it becomes necessary that the troops of archers of the king, my lord, reconquer it. See, there are many men who love me in the city, and few are my enemies. When the troops of archers will be leaving, and the day of their arrival be known, the city will return to the king, my lord, and may my lord know that I am willing to die for him. When I was in the city, I made an effort to keep it for my lord, and my heart was firm in support of the king, my lord. It would not have delivered the city to the sons of Abdi-Ashera. Therefore my brother has caused enmity between me and the city, to deliver it into the sons of Abdi-Ashera. May the king, my lord, hold back with respect to the city. Certainly there is inside her walls much gold and silver, and in her temples there is much of everything. If they conquer her, may the king, my lord, do with his servant as he wants, but may he give me the city of Jerusalem as residence. Now I am with Hamaneri, since Jerusalem has made the other cities hostile to me. They have become enemies for fear of the sons of Abdi-Ashera. When I came to Hamaneri, because of the sons of Abdi-Ashera, when they were stronger than I, and there was no encouragement for me from the mouth of the king, I said to the king, my lord, see, the city of Gubla is his. In her there are many things of the king, the possessions of our ancestors. If the king holds back, he will not have left any city of Kinanu. May the king not hold back this action. Now I have sent to the king, my lord, your servant, my son. May the king send him quickly with troops to take the city. If the king, my lord, feels compassion for me and returns the city, then I will keep it for the king, my lord, like previously. If the king, my lord, does not return to me, to her, the city of Jerusalem will do, as she sees fit to his servant. Hamaneri, I will remain with him. May the king, my lord, listen to the words of his servant, and immediately send troops to take the city. May the king, my lord, not hold back with regard to this evil deed that was committed against the countries of the king, my lord. And may the king, my lord, quickly send troops of archers to take the city immediately. When they say in front of the king about the city is strong, it is not strong before the troops of the king, my lord. Letter from Yapahu of Gezer. To the king, my lord, my God, my son, the sun in the sky. Thus says Yapahu, the Amenhotep of Gezer, your servant, the dust of your 2 feet, the stableman of your horse. At the 2 feet of the king, my lord, the sun in the sky, 7 times and 7 times I prostrate myself, both upon the belly and the back. And to all that the king, my lord, has told me I have paid close attention. I am the king's servant, and the dust of your 2 feet. Let the king, my lord, be aware that my younger brother has rebelled against me, and entered Muhazu, and he has given over his 2 hands to the leader of the Apiru, and since, is at war with me, take care of your land. May my lord write to his diplomat about this matter. Letters from Byblos of Megiddo. To the king, my lord and my god and son. Thus speaks Byblos, the loyal servant of the king. At the feet of the king, my lord and my god and son, 7 times and 7 times I prostrate myself. May the king know that since the archers have gone back, Labayu carries out acts of hostility against me, and that we cannot shear the wool, and that we cannot pass through the gate in the presence of Labayu, since he knows that you have not given me archers, and now he intends to take Megiddo, but the king will protect his city so that Labayu does not seize her. In truth, the city is destroyed by death as a result of pestilence and disease. Grant the king 100 garrison troops to guard the city, lest Labayu take it. Certainly, Labayu has no other intentions. He tries to destroy Megiddo. To the king, my lord and my son, say, Thus says Byblos, the loyal servant of the king. At the feet of the king, my lord and my son, 7 times and 7 times I prostrate myself. Let the king, my lord, take note of his servant and his city. Behold, I am alone cultivating in the town of Shunama, and as for me, I furnish forced labourers. Behold, the Hazanu, who are near me, do not do as I do. They do not cultivate in the city of Shunama. They do not furnish forced labourers. I alone furnish forced labourers. From the town of Yapu they come, and from my lacuna, from the town of Neribta. Now may the king my lord be aware regarding his town. Letter from Labayu of Shechem. To the king my lord and my god and son. Thus speaks Labayu, your servant, the dust under your feet. At the feet of the king my lord and my god and son, 7 times and 7 times I prostrate myself. I have heard the words that the king wrote to me, and who I am, that the king lose his land through my fault. I am the servant of the king, and I have not rebelled, and I have not sinned, and I do not retain my tribute, and I do not disregard the demands of his commissioner. They defame to me with ill will, but may the king my lord not accuse me of revolting. Moreover, my crime is, so they say, that I entered Gezer and said in public, Will the king take my property, and not the property of Milkilu? I know what Milkilu has done against me. Moreover, the king wrote about my son. I did not know that my son was associated to the Pharaoh, and I certainly would have put him into the hands of Adiah. Moreover, if the king wrote requesting my woman, how could I retain her? If the king wrote to me, Sink a bronze dagger in your heart and die, how could I disobey the order of the king? A letter from Abdu-Heba of Jerusalem. To the king my lord, thus speaks Abdu-Heba, your servant. At the feet of the king my lord, 7 times and 7 times I prostrate myself. What have I done to the king my lord? They blame me before the king my lord, saying, Abdu-Heba has rebelled against the king my lord. I am here as far as I am concerned. It was not my father nor my mother who put me in this position. The arm of the powerful king led me to the house of my father. Why would I commit a transgression against the king my lord? While the king my lord lives, I will say to the commissioner of the king my lord, Why do you favour the Pharaoh, and are opposed to the rulers? And thus I am accused before the king my lord, because it is said, Lost are the territories of the king my lord. Thus I am calumniated before the king my lord. But may the king my lord know that when the king sent a garrison, Yanhamu seized everything, and Lacuna, the land of Egypt. O king my lord, there are no garrison troops here. Therefore the king takes care of his land. May the king take care of his land. All the territories of the king have rebelled. Imilku caused the loss of all the territories of the king. May the king take care of his land. I repeat, allow me to enter the presence of the king my lord, and let me look into both eyes of the king my lord. But the hostility against me is strong, and I cannot enter to the presence of the king my lord. May the king send garrison troops, in order that I may enter and look into the eyes of the king my lord. So certain as the king my lord lives, when the commissioners come I will say, Lost are the territories of the king. Do you not hear me? All the rulers are lost. The king my lord does not have a single ruler left. May the king direct his attention to the archers, and may the king my lord send troops of archers. The king has no more lands. The Hapiru sack the territories of the king. If there are archers here, this year, all the territories of the king will remain intact, but if there are no archers, the territories of the king my lord will be lost. To the king my lord thus writes Abdu-Heba, your servant. He conveys eloquent words to the king my lord. All the territories of the king my lord are lost. A letter from Shuwadata of Keilah. To the king my lord, my god and son, thus speaks Shuwadata, your servant, the dust under your feet. At the feet of my lord the king my god and son, I have prostrated myself 7 times, 7 times. The king my lord has sent me to do battle with Keilah. After the fighting there is peace. My city has been preserved for me. Why has Abu-Heba asked the people of Keilah to accept silver and stand behind him? The king my lord ought to know that Abdu-Heba has conquered my city. Moreover, may the king my lord examine me. If I have taken 1 man, 1 ox, or 1 ass from him, then he is in the right. Moreover, Labayu, who conquered our cities, has died, and Abu-Heba is a second Labayu, taking our cities. May the king judge his servant according to his deeds. He will do nothing until the king conveys his will to his servant. A letter from Abdu-Heba. To the king my lord, thus speaks Abdu-Heba, your servant. I have prostrated myself 7 times and 7 times at the feet of my lord, the king, Lacuna. The city of Lacuna I have entered. May the king know that all the countries are at peace, but there is war against me. Thus, then, takes the king care of his country. See that the country of Gezer, the country of Ashkeluna, and the city of Lachishi have given them food, oil, and all that is necessary. May the king take care of the troops of archers. May he send troops of archers against the people who commit evil deeds against the king, my lord. If this year there are troops of archers, there will be countries and governors for the king, my lord. If there are no troops of archers, there will be no countries nor governors for the king. See, the country of Jerusalem has not been given to me by my father nor my mother. The strong arm of the king has given it to me. See, this is the work of Melchili, and the deeds of the sons of Labayu, who have given the country to the Hapiru. See, O king, my lord, the right is with me. A letter from Zatatna, prince of Akko, to Akhenaten. Let the king, my lord, hear the word of his servant. Abdi-Ashera has withdrawn from Biriawaza. He was with Shuta, the servant of the king of the city of Lacuna. And I said nothing to him, but he deserted to me, and now Shuta has written to me, Give Abdi-Ashera to Biriawaza. But I did not consent to give him up. Behold, Akko is as Egyptian as Magdal in Egypt, but the king my lord has not heard that Shuta had turned against me. Now let the king my lord send his commissioner to fetch him. Letter from Aziru to the king of Egypt. To the great king my lord my son, thus says this thy servant Aziru. 7 times and 7 times at the feet of my lord my god my son I bow. My lord, I am thy servant, and from my youth, in the presence of the king my lord, and fulfill all my orders to the sight of my lord. And what are they who are my agents, shall say to my lord as to the chiefs who are faithful, in the sight of the king my lord, will not hear me speak, I who am thy servant, sincere as long as I live. But when the king my lord sent Kani, I was resting in the city of Tunip, and there was no knowledge, behold, of his arriving. Whereupon he gave notice, and coming after him also, I have not reached him. And let Kani speak to testify with humility, and let the king my lord ask him, how my brethren have prepared to tend him, and Abdi-milu will send to his presence oxen and beasts and fowls. His food and his drink will be provided. I shall give horses and beasts for this journey, and may the king my lord hear my messages, with my assurances, in the presence of the king my lord. Kani will march much cared for in my sight. He accompanies me as my comrade, like my father, and lo, my lord says, you turn away from the appearance of Kani. Thus thy gods and the sun god truly had known if I did not stay in the city of Tunip. Moreover, because of the intention to set in order the city of Semira, the king my lord has sent word, and the kings of the land of Marshesi, Merash, have been foes to me. They have marched on my cities, they have observed the desire of Katib, and has he not promised them? Lo, hastily he has promised them. And truly my lord has known that half the possessions of the king my lord has given. Katib takes the tribute and the gold and silver that the king my lord has given me, and Katib takes all the tribute, and truly my lord has known. Moreover, against my lord the king's having said, why dost thou yield service to the messenger of the king in the land of the Hittites, and dost not yield service to my messenger? This region is the land of my lord. He establishes me in it, with men of government. Let a messenger of my lord come, and all that I speak in the sight of my lord let me give. Tin and ships and men and weapons, and trees let me give. Letters from Akisi of Katna. To Amenhotep III, son of my son, my lord, thus says this servant of yours, Akisi. 7 times at the feet of my lord I bow. My lord, in these lands I am afraid. May you protect one who is your servant under the yoke of my lord. From the yoke of my lord I do not rebel. Lo, there is fear of my foes. The people of this servant of yours are under your yoke. This country is among your lands. The city of Katna is your city. I am on the side of my lord's rule. Lo, the soldiers and the chariots of my lord's government have received corn and drink, oxen and beasts, oil and honey, meeting the soldiers and the chariots of my lord's dominion, coming to me. And now let my lord ask the great men of his dominion, my lord, all lands tremble before your soldiers and your chariots. If these lands are under the dominion of my lord's land, and they are seizing them, let him order his soldiers and his chariots this year, and let him take the land of Mahase, for the whole of it, to the yoke of my lord, when, my lord, the soldiers of the slaves are lacuna. For 6 days ago he went out into the land of Huba, and truly Aziru is sending them. And if in this year my lord does not send out the soldiers and the chariots of his government to meet Aziru and make him flee, all will rebel. My lord know him, my lord know the men who are his foes. And lo, now the king of the land of the Hittites, lacuna, with pride rebels against his gods. And men who are destroyers serve the king of the land of the Hittites. He sends them forth. My lord Aziru expels my servants, the men of the city of Katna, and all that is theirs, from the land of the dominions of my lord. And behold, he takes the northern lands of the dominions of my lord. Let my lord save the lacuna, of the men of the city of Katna. My lord, truly they made lacuna. He steals their gold, my lord. As has been said, there is fear, and truly they give gold. My lord, sun god, my father's god, the men have made themselves your foes, and they have wasted from over against the abode of their camp or fortress, and now behold, O sun god of my fathers, the king of the Hittites makes them march. And know of them, my lord, may the gods make slack their hand. As has been said, there is fear, and lo, perchance the sun god of my fathers will turn his heart towards me. My lord's word is sure, and let the increase or tithe of gold be given to him, as we have purposed for the sun god of my fathers. As has been said, they have done to me, and they have destroyed the lacuna of my lord. For this corner, the dwelling of their fortress, is out of sight of the sun god. To Amenhotep III, son of my son, my lord, thus says the servant of yours, Akizi. 7 times, Lacuna, at the feet of my lord I bow. My lord, there is now flight and no breathing of the Lacuna, of the king my lord. And behold, now the Lacuna, of this dominion of my lord, in these lands. Lacuna, and behold now, Lacuna. The king of the land of Hittites, Lacuna, sends forth, Lacuna, and at the heart of Lacuna smites him. And now behold the king, my lord, sends to me and is complaining, Lacuna, with me as to the rule of the king of the land of the Hittites. And as for me, Lacuna, the king of the land of the Hittites, as for me, I am with the king my lord, and the land of Egypt. I sent and, Lacuna, as to the rule of the king of the land of the Hittites. My lord, Tuati of the city of Lapana, and Arzuia of the city of Ruhizi, minister before Idugama, but this land is the land of the dominion of my lord. He is burning it with fire. My lord, as said, I am on the side of the king, my lord. I am afraid, also because the king of the land of Mahase, and the king of the land of Ni, and the king of the land of Zinzar, and the king of the land of Canaan, and all of these are kings under the dominion of my lord, chiefs who are servants. As said, let the king my lord live and become mighty, and so, O king my lord, will you not go forth? And let the king my lord dispatch the Bitati soldiers. Let them expel the Hittites from the land. As said, my lord, these kings have, Lacuna, the chief of my lord's government, and let him say what they are to do, and let them be confirmed. Because, my lord, this land ministers heartily to the king, my lord, and let him speed soldiers, and let them march, and let the messengers of the dominions of the king, my lord, arrive. For my lord, Arzuia, of the city of Rubizi, and Tuati, of the city of Lapana, dwelt in the land of Huba, and Dazru dwelt in the land of Amma, and truly my lord has known them. Behold, the land of Hobah was at peace, my lord, in the days of this government. They will be subject to Adugama. Because we ask, march here, and may you, Lacuna, all the land of Hobah. My lord, as said, the city of Timaski, in the land of Hobah, is without sin at your feet, and aid the city of Katna, which is without sin at your feet. It has been feeble, and, my lord, in the presence of my messenger, the master shall ordain our fate. As has been said, I have not served in the presence of Bitati soldiers of my lord. Behold, as said, my lord has promised soldiers to this land of mine, and they shall, Lacuna, in the city of Katna. A letter from Parbi to Akhenaten. To the Great One, thus speaks Parbi, at your feet do I fall. You must know that Shipti Baal and Zimrida are conspiring, and Shipti Baal has said to Zimrida, the father of my city, Yamari, has written to me, give me 6 bows, 3 daggers, and 3 swords. If I take the field against the land of the king, and you march at my side, I shall surely conquer. He who makes this plan is Parbi. Send him before me. Now I have sent you Raphael. He will bring the great man intelligence concerning the matter.